Hey guys, today we're diving deep with the new fixture from Ayrton, the Perseo. The beast weighs in at 88.5 pounds with a 500 watt LED source outputting 27,000 lumens, drawing 800 watts of power per unit through a True 1 input with RJ45 and DMX in and out. The Perseo has 4 DMX modes: Basic at 38 channels, Standard at 40 channels, Extended at 61 channels, and a Ghibli mode at 58 channels. This LED luminaire features CMY color mixing in addition to its color wheel. One rotating and one static gobo wheel, as well as a 5-facet prism and a zoom range of 7 to 58 degrees, allowing for some wild aerial effects. It's also got a framing assembly, allowing for precision shutter blade positioning. But today I'm trying to answer the question, is this the Viper performance killer that we've been looking for? Let's see how it stacks up. First, I tested pan and tilt. Now, the Viper Performance has the Perseo beat by about 5 pounds, but the Perseo still takes the cake in both pan and tilt speed. Jumping into the zoom attribute, we can see the performance is just a little bit faster than the Perseo, but the Perseo can get in tighter and zoom out wider. The Perseo had an impressive color output both in the air and on the wall, and it was also easier to maintain the hard edge of the beam in the air. Checking out some aerial effects, color wheel splits proved to be just as impressive with the Perseo as they are with the Viper Performance. Now for the meat and potatoes, framing shutters. The Perseo's framing shutter system has 4 shutter blades that can be adjusted individually. These blades can rotate plus or minus 45 degrees, making it easy to frame the objects with the fixture regardless of its position. The Viper assembly proved to be a little faster, but the Perseo was much more quiet. The Perseo also seemed to be a bit sharper both in the air and on our wall. The Perseo makes a great option for festival rigs for several reasons. The operating temperatures between -20 and 45 degrees Celsius, or -4 and 113 degrees Fahrenheit for the Americans, gives you versatility in a lot of different climates. The super flat field with a wide zoom range plus the framing shutter system gives you extra control of everything that your light touches. But my favorite part? You can get it wet. It's got an IP rating of 65. So I ran my tests, but I still wanted an outside opinion. My friend Tyler was in the LEC shop last week filming a music video on our live stream rig. The live stream rig currently features 16 of the Perseo, so I caught up with Tyler after the shoot to ask him a few questions about it. Now that you've used the Perseo, what was your favorite thing about it?
It's everything about a light with no compromises with an LED engine. It's all the gobos I would want as a lighting designer. It's really proper color rendering, really sharp optics, and those were all things I didn't think LED fixtures were going to have in such a short term. Like, they've evolved so quickly, and the technology's really impressed me.
Did you get to experiment with the framing shutters or no?
I didn't actually get to see those in person yet, but just the fact that they've jammed every feature into a waterproof body at 80 pounds is already amazing.
And the difference between that and the Viper Performance, what do you find the best quality that it has over the Performance?
I haven't actually checked it out yet, but one of the most interesting benchmarks I think about doing things would be gobo morphing, because I want to see how the Perseo does a gobo morph, actually. That's a really interesting question, because all those focal planes are really hard to calculate all of the sharpness when you're trying to do like a frame and a sharp gobo and then maybe morph to a soft gobo. There's a lot of really hard things that were easy to do with point source lamps that were different with LEDs, and I feel like this iteration of fixture now has all of that optical math understood better than we did a few years ago.
Do you think this is going to be a Viper killer?
It very may well could be. I've not seen something I've swayed so much towards since a Viper, and before that it was a VL3000, and those are all really iconic fixtures. So like, it takes all of the things I like about those previous amazing iterations of technology, makes them waterproof, and like puts it all in a really tiny package you can put on a downstage truss and leave out overnight and get doused with water, and it's fine. It's pretty wild.